If you are looking to build a PC right now, then you came to the right place, because in this video I'll show you the best PC builds for every budget and every resolution, including 1080p, 1440p and 4K. I'll show you the expected level of gaming performance for each system at all resolutions, and I'll go through a budget PC that will destroy 1080p resolution and even some 1440p with no issues. Then I'll go over the best value 1440p gaming PC, then the best 4K Ultra system, and I'll give you bonus PCs as well for esports shooters, and I'll also show you the fastest PC that you can build in 2025. The links to these PCs with the latest pricing and availability will be down below in the video description. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the budget PC, which is under 800 USD and will allow you to play any game that you want at 1080p resolution ultra settings, and you can also play at 1440p depending on the game and depending on the settings. And the reason why this system is so amazing for those two resolutions in terms of pricing is because you get the Ryzen 5 7600, which is one of the best value CPUs in the entire market, if not the best one, and then alongside the CPU you get one of the best value GPUs in the market, especially if you are working on a tight budget, in the Intel Arc B570. This graphics card has 10 gigs of VRAM, so it's going to be great for 1080p, and it's also capable of 1440p, 60 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings in high demanding games. But if you get this system and you want higher frame rates, I recommend you having a 1080p monitor. At 1080p, you can expect well over 80 to 90 plus FPS on average in high demanding games, high to ultra settings. And here you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, so it's also a very nice streaming PC considering that you get this amount of RAM. And on top of that, the Intel Arc B570 graphics card has AV1 encoding, so your streaming quality is going to be top tier. You get an aftermarket CPU cooler and a great case with pre-installed RGB fans, so in terms of airflow, this system is going to be amazing, especially for the components that you are getting, and you also get Wi-Fi included. The price for this system by the time of filming is under 800 USD, so a very good price for a budget system. And if you were wondering how this system performs in esports shooters like Fortnite, Valorant, CS2 and those type of games, well, you can expect around 240 plus FPS in competitive settings at 1080p. So feel free to go with a 240Hz 1080p monitor or even a 360Hz depending on the game that you are playing. Now, if you want to play at 1440p higher FPS, but you don't want to spend a bunch of money, then I recommend you getting the next one, which is the best value 1440p gaming PC. The reason why it's the best value is because you get the RX 7800 XT graphics card, which in my opinion is the best value graphics card for 1440p at the moment. With this PC, you can expect over 90 FPS on average, high to ultra settings in high demanding games at 1440p resolution. So basically you can play any game max out settings at 1440p. As long as you don't have ray tracing enabled, then you will have no issues when it comes to 1440p, just any type of game high to ultra settings. And when it comes to esports shooters, you can expect 240 plus FPS on average in those type of games like Fortnite or Valorant at 1440p competitive settings. So feel free to go with a 240Hz 1440p monitor if you are interested in playing those type of games. Here, of course, you get Wi-Fi included, 32 gigs of RAM, so great for streaming once again, 2 terabytes of SSD, so you get plenty of storage and you get more storage than the last system, so you can install a bunch of games or programs. Here you get a different case, which has plenty of airflow as well. It has a great aesthetic, and overall you will have no issues when it comes to your CPU and GPU temps because of the airflow from this case, the pre-installed fans and the aftermarket CPU cooler. The total price for this system is under $1,200, which is a really good price considering that you are getting a 1440p beast of a gaming system. Now, if you want the best value 4K PC instead, so you want to be able to play at 4K with no issues, but you don't want to spend anything over 2000 USD, then I recommend you getting the next one, which is the best value 4K PC, but it's also an amazing system for 1440p max settings. It's because it has the Ryzen 7 7700X, which is an amazing 8-core processor, alongside the RX 7900 XT, which is one of the best graphics cards in the entire market for gaming. This 7900 XT PC will be able to run any game really at 4K resolution, high to ultra settings, but in the most high demanding games, of course, I would recommend you turning on FSR, which is the upscaler from AMD, for you to achieve higher frame rates. Regardless of that, at 4K, you can expect 70 plus FPS on average, native resolution without any upscaling on, which is really good numbers considering we are talking about high demanding games, high to ultra settings. And then if you play at 1440p and you want to max out the level of performance that you can get for the price, well, at 1440p you can achieve over 120 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings in high demanding games. So you can clearly see that this is one of the fastest 1440p gaming graphics cards in the entire market. So that being said, you are getting an amazing system for the next few years for 1440p or 1080p if you want to play at 1080p, but I would recommend you at least a 1440p monitor if you will be buying this system. This one has a white aesthetic because the 7900 XT that's going for a good price is the white version of this graphics card. So you get a white case and a white aftermarket CPU cooler, also a white memory kit, same thing, 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, so amazing for streaming as well. You get 2 TB of SSD, Wi-Fi included, and in terms of esports games, you can expect over 360 plus FPS on average competitive settings in most esports shooters like Fortnite, Valorant, CS2, Rocket League, and those kind of games. The total price is $1,500 USD by the time of filming, which is not cheap, but it's definitely, in my opinion, the best value 4K system or 1440p max PC. And then last but definitely not least, we have the best 4K ultra gaming system. Now this one is not going to be cheap, but it has the new RTX 5080, which is one of the best graphics cards in the market for 4K resolution. Alongside the 5080, you get a Ryzen 7 9700X, and in terms of gaming performance, well, the 5080 will achieve over 90 FPS on average at 4K high to ultra settings without any upscaling on in high demanding games. So overall, you know that the 5080 is going to be a beast for 4K, even if you turn on ray tracing at 4K. And if you want to play at 1440p, you will be achieving over 140 plus FPS in these high demanding titles. Feel free to turn on the maximum settings for any game, even with path tracing enabled. Now this system, yes, is great for 4K. So if you want to play at 4K Ultra, I recommend you buying this one, but it is going to be quite expensive at around 1900 USD if you can get the 5080 at MSRP. And right now the 5080 is out of stock everywhere. So I will try to link a 5080 that's in stock down in the video description, but I can't promise anything. I recommend you checking those links out for you to see the latest prices and availability. And then also down below, you will find 2 bonus systems. One of them is going to be the best value esports PC, where you can achieve over 500 FPS on average competitive settings in esports shooters. So feel free to max out any monitor refresh rate, whether it's 1080p 540Hz or 1440p 480Hz, and that one is under 1500 USD. The reason why it's so good in terms of value is because you get one of the fastest CPUs in the entire market in the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, and that one will be one of the best CPUs for esports games. And then you will find another system which is the best of the best in case you don't care about spending a lot of money and you just want the fastest PC in the entire market. I recommend you getting that one with the RTX 5090. However, once again, the 5090 is out of stock everywhere like the 5080. So with that PC and the 5080 system, I will also leave a pre-built PC because there are pre-built PCs that are in stock with the 5080 and 5090. And in the top link in the description, you can find my personal PC help in case you need some advice with your next PC build or pre-built PC. That's going to be the top link. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.